I thought that Republican Congressman Steve King had already said every stupid thing that there was to say about anything, but apparently I was completely wrong. The new one from Steve King is he's never heard of children getting pregnant through rape. He's just never heard about it. It's never happened that a young girl has gotten raped and ended up pregnant. It just hasn't happened. Huh. That's what he thinks. Let's take a look at this. Apparently, it's not enough for Steve King that Republicans are claiming women can't get pregnant through rape. He's now saying that little girls who get raped can't get pregnant either. Was it a legitimate rape? Was it an illegitimate rape? It doesn't matter. Steve King says it just doesn't happen. Let's take a look at this.
Victims like that.
Well, I just haven't heard of that being a circumstance that's been brought to me in any personal way, and I'd be open to hearing discussion about that subject matter.
While abortion was the talk of Washington.
It's just, nobody's ever brought to him the idea that...
You should watch our show. We did a story last week or the week before on an 11-year-old that was pregnant.
It's unbelievable. And actually...
Raped.
Who was raped.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Now, of course, Steve King is not telling the real truth. In reality, rape impregnates thousands of women every year. Some of them are little girls. King is also wrong to claim, which he does also in the interview, that the federal government funds abortion, that the federal government funds abortion, something that hasn't this come up in every single presidential debate for the last, 16 years, 20 years about whether the federal government funds abortion? Steve King apparently didn't know that. To be honest, this, if I've never seen it personally, doesn't exist type of thinking, you know what it's similar to. It's similar to, listen, I don't care if you tell me that the earth is round and not flat. I've never gone out into space and seen it. Why would I believe that? As far as I know, it's flat. I walk out, it's flat. Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same type of thing.
It is. And he's not the only person guilty of this. It's pretty common. We discuss it just about every day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Louis, very exciting to our YouTube Live audience, which, by the way, launched YouTube Live today.
The chat channel is blowing up.
It's out of control. Will you blow a kiss? Will you do it?
No.
Okay.
But yes, people are asking me to do that in the channel.
What do you make of this, Natan? I mean, there's like an obsession developing with producer Louis.
I mean, I'm fascinated by the idea that that's what people are paying attention to instead of the content of the show.
Don't you realize what's going on with Congressman Steve King? How could you care? How could you care about Louis's tattoos or him taking his shirt off in the middle of all this?
Admittedly, I am much more interesting than Steve King.
I wonder what would be more compelling, a night out with Louis or a night out with Steve King? It depends whether you want felonies on your record, I guess, right?
Whoa. Which one of us would get you the felonies?
It's up to the audience to figure that out.
Okay.